Big reporting coming out now. Padres star pitcher Dylan Cease linked to more teams in trade talks. We're going to talk about all of that and more this episode. What's going on, everybody? I'm Christian Pedersen, back with another episode of Padres Digest. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for those of you that are returners, but to those of you that are new, here is your chance to tip the scales on this graph and turn that subscribe number higher and higher as the Padres season goes on. All you got to do is smash that subscribe button directly below, and you get Padres Digest content brought to you every day, all season long. Homegrown takes, reactions, opining, and whining. Either I will suffer with you all season long, or we will be here to ride shotgun with you en route to the Padres winning a championship. All right, we got to talk about a tweet and some reporting coming from Jon Heyman right now out about Dylan Cease and his being linked to more trade discussions. Two things. One, Dylan Cease, I'll show you the numbers. He is a certifiably good major league starting pitcher. He is somebody who could be a 1 or 2 on anybody's team in baseball. So, of course, there are going to be teams linked to trading for him. You see those numbers right there. That is a very, very good star who's 29 and in a contract year, and he's going to command big money, but he is both interesting as a one-year rental for anybody who's interested in or vaguely sniffing the playoffs, and he is somebody that I think there are teams out there that would want this guy in the door to negotiate with and be a superstar for the next 3 to 5 years as an ace in your rotation. So that being said, I think the story doesn't change that every team is going to be interested in Dylan Cease all season long until his arm falls off. The fact that we're getting reports from Jon Heyman now that are a little bit more directly player-involved type discussions, I don't think moves us any bit closer to actually Cease being traded. But teams like the Dodgers, the Yankees, the Mets, who Heyman is specifically reporting on this one, but anybody that's a big market contender is going to obviously take at least a flyer or a pass at getting this guy on their team. The reports Heyman is coming out now has, like I said, some actual players linked with it, but it's still very much in that, here is what the Mets would like to do, not what's going to happen. The Mets want to trade an okay haul of their alleged top minor leaguers, but nothing that serviceably changes the Padres' day-to-day prospects right now. So I don't think the Padres are all that interested. A.J. Preller does not seem to be outwardly shopping Cease anymore, despite the reports earlier this offseason from the front office that they are looking to offload some potential roster money to make room for others. I don't think that that's happening right now. I think that every team is going to take a chance on those kind of numbers. They're going to take a flyer at making a deal on those kinds of numbers. So Cease talks to the Mets. Okay, whatever. There's not smoke, there's not fire there. But I think that the thing that has changed for me in all of this is now we're talking about, with the addition of Nick Pivetta, the Padres went from 3 solid guys in Darvish, Cease, and King to Darvish, Cease, King, and Pivetta's like a decent 4, and then 5 now can be a revolving doors of guys fighting it out. There's a semblance of a pretty good starting rotation there. So going forward, Cease and King, Michael King, Dylan Cease are going to be the 2 question marks in that rotation just because they are on the shortest term contracts, and you would think that potentially either, if the Padres aren't in it, they're going to get dealt. But if the Padres are in it but need an answer at left field or need a little this, that, or the other, having Pivetta and a guy to be their 5 and Musgrove coming back at some point later this season means there's no longer a necessity, but now some opportunity, and we can have some flexibility to shop around for the right moment. And if something presents itself where a team is out of contention but has a certifiable major league bat that the Padres can pick up, maybe we look at Cease being the guy to go because he's going to be a little bit more expensive than King, but King could still give us serviceable good results. That all being said, I think that we need to keep them together and talk about maybe dishing Xander or offloading some Cronenworth type of money, or, heaven forbid, we just white knuckle it and hold on with what we got. But that's where we're at, is the Mets are the latest suitor for Cease, and it's an okay trade. I think, though, put it at way less likely than more likely that it happens. But 2 is that start to look at trade opportunities or hear trade rumors now from a position of power, because the Padres, I think with the last couple of signings they have gotten, have positioned themselves perfectly to be ready and poised to actually, when a move presents itself, make one that makes sense, to say, hey, we weren't going to give him $250 million. Instead, we got a quality bat and some international money, or a quality bat and 2 draft picks, or a quality bat and 2 relievers, or something like that. I think that one of those trades, then you can actually be like, okay, the Padres are making moves that overall benefit and are not just reactionary offloading of assets just for the sake of offloading assets. Let me know, though, what you think in the comments. And like I said at the top of this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Season is right around the corner, and I can't wait to bring you guys all the good news, bad news, and everything in between. Talk to you soon, Padres fans.